Hey guys, it's Moser the Best, back for part 2, no, excuse me, back for the final part of my Cuphead playthrough. And in the last part, we went against King Dice in the casino, and in this part, we're gonna go against the devil himself. But before I do that, I want to tie up some loose ends. So I'm gonna go back into my old save file just to show you something. Which is that if you finish the game in regular mode, which is the only way you can finish the game, of course, if you finish the game, you unlock an expert mode. And expert mode, I'm going to just show you a brief preview. Expert mode essentially just makes the bosses faster. It doesn't add more phases to the bosses. It does not substantially change them, but it gives them more health. It makes the bosses attacks faster, and it makes it so that there's more attacks that you have to deal with. And also, this is the EX attack for the Chaser, which I didn't show you before. Okay? Anyway, I just want to show off a bit of expert mode. That's the post game in this game, essentially. And when you finish the game in expert mode, your save file becomes 200%. The highest rank you can get in expert mode is an S rank, as you can see here. I have all of the S ranks, not that I'm bragging, but that's just because I have all enough time to waste. Anyway, speaking of S ranks, the highest rank you get in regular mode, if you've watched this playthrough by now, you know that that's an A+. And if you get enough A ranks, A- or higher, you can speak to this guy in Inkwell IO3. And when you speak to that guy, he gives you a filter. So here you can see a 2-strip filter. So that's a cool plus for beating the for getting a lot of A ranks. And as I've mentioned before in this playthrough, when you finish a run and gun level without killing anything, you get a pacifist rank, which is the highest rank you can get in a run and gun level, which gives you a flag with a P on it. And when you get all of the pacifist ranks in all of the run and gun levels, you can talk to this turtle, and he'll give you something. Cool too, which is going to be a black and white filter, which is also pretty cool. A very cool plus for going out of your way to do that. Sorry for getting lost a little bit. Anyway, now that I've shown you a bit of the extra features in this game, I'll be seeing you back at Inkwell Hell. Alright guys, now we're back at Inkwell Hell, at the devil himself. So we're gonna go against the devil in one hell of a time. So these are the charms that I recommend. I recommend coffee. I don't think that smoke bomb is of particular use in this boss, to be honest. Alright, so let's go. And every time you go into the devil in his casino, you get a little cutscene where he asks you if you want to join him or give him the soul contracts and join his team. And if you answer yes, which you probably ought not to do if you want to be moral, but if you answer yes, Cuphead and Mugman kind of become these demonic spirits or something like that. And the game's credits do show themselves to you. And when you get back to the title screen, you get a different version of the opening theme, where it's all like reversed and stuff. So that's a cool thing that you can do. But obviously, I wouldn't say that that's finishing the game. So let's actually go against the devil in one hell of a time. And let's say no, like the good boys we are. Anyway, here we go against the devil himself, and the devil is difficult. The devil is one of the hardest bosses in the game, which is fair enough because he's the final boss in the game, but the devil can get very chaotic. So this is one of his attacks where he sends like a spider version of his head, and it's kind of random where this thing lands. Like sometimes it homes in on you, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's very unpredictable. And then there's that clap attack where you have to jump at the right time in order to avoid it. And then there are these circling flames, which I think are the worst part of the devil's barrage of attacks. And then this snake head. And while he's sending out all of these attacks, you have to consistently avoid these demons. That are coming in from the left and the right. These bouncing balls. Ouch. I was trying to parry one of them. Alright, let me use my super now, even though this kind of screwed up my timing with the with his hooves attack. Make sure to watch out because the devil can still damage you as he's transitioning into his second phase. But yeah, I think that the devil's first phase is actually one of the hardest first phases in the game because it can get very chaotic. The devil throws a lot of things at you. He throws a lot of things at you. And sometimes you can combine attacks, which you probably saw in my go at his first phase. But a lot of times he combines attacks, which makes him a lot just a whole lot harder. But I think that his other phases are actually not that bad. Or at least his second phase. I actually think that his second phase is the easiest of his attacks. So yeah. This is his third phase, which is the second hardest of his phases. And like, it's not that good here. And you have to avoid the poker chips. Okay. But we were almost... Oh, that was a pretty good run, all things considered. But I'll explain more about that when we get to the next phases. These bouncing balls. Oh man, how did I avoid that? That was really close. Alright, so I recommend the roundabout for the first phase because I think that I think that the strategy for the first phase is to decrease it as much as possible. Or decrease the amount of time you spend in the first phase. And I think that the roundabout is perfect for doing that because it does a good amount of damage to the devil. Oh. Ouch. I don't know if I showed off the roundabout's EX attack, but here it is. Okay. Alright, let's be a little bit careful here. Ouch. I didn't see that axe. I said I was going to explain more about the second phase when we transition into it, but I guess I didn't. I have practiced the devil a little bit ever since I recorded my last part. So I hope to not do so poorly here. At the time I'm recording this part, it's Christmas Eve, and I should have released the fourth part of my Cuphead playthrough at this point. It's been about 2 weeks since I last recorded a part for this game, or almost 2 weeks, which is pretty interesting. All right, now the devil's gonna send out his skeleton again. And here we go to the third phase. The second phase, excuse me. Parry these bombs real... Alright. I was stalling that a little bit. I was gonna say parry those bombs very quickly. Every time they show up on screen, make sure to parry those bombs as fast as you can, because they do like blow up half of the screen. And that's not good. Alright. Now that we're in the first phase, I really hope that the devil sends out one of his attacks that he hasn't shown yet. Because I don't wanna have to like edit it in just because he hasn't shown it in this fight. I'm not intentionally dying for that sake, by the way. I'm just saying. Like, the devil has one more attack that he hasn't shown yet. And I really just want him to show it, so I don't have to do the work in editing it in later. But he's just refusing to. Oh, okay. So I was being a little bit overzealous there. Or excuse me for a little bit. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay, here it is. Actually, here it is. The attack that he hasn't shown yet. So yeah, that was basically it. He throws a bunch of flames at you, which home in on you. So now my conscience is cleared, and I don't have that burden anymore. Oh, yeah, that Hooves attack has precise timing. You have to make sure to jump at the right time. This circling flame attack still sucks. It still sucks. All right. All right. The music is great in this boss fight, by the way. I really like it. Come on, second phase. Alright, let's go. Yep, parry that bomb as soon as you can. Watch out for those falling poker chips, which I didn't mention. I don't think I mentioned yet. But watch out for those falling poker chips, which they always go in a set pattern, because they always like go in the same direction. Well, they don't always go in the same direction, but you can predict which direction they go in, because okay. Alright, so I don't want to drag this out too much, so I'll see you back at the second phase. Alright guys, now the devil is transitioning into his second phase, and hopefully we do a lot better, or hopefully I do a lot better. The animation, of course, is brilliant. I really love this wide grin that the devil has on his face. I think it looks pretty great. Alright. That was pretty narrow there, how I avoided that poker chip. Alright, now I have to shoot these skulls. I have to make sure to shoot these, oh gosh. I have to make sure to shoot these things. Like, they don't have a lot of health, those purple monsters, but they make... If you just get rid of them fast enough, the phase becomes a lot easier. Oh, man. I'm sorry for my grunting. Oh, man. Alright, back at the second phase. Alright guys, once again, we're in the second phase of the devil. I am a little bit tired here, but I really just want to end this game. Alright? Okay. Alright? You can't see it right now, but I am jumping in my seat because of how many close calls I've been having. Oh man. Okay. Alright. Well, I've just made the third phase a lot easier. Okay. Just die already. Come on. Alright, we're here. We're at the last phase where the devil starts crying like a big baby. Alright. There we go. Alright. Let's see our score. 2 minutes? I'm satisfied. Oh boy. That was something. But that's basically the game. So, you can see the story here. Cuphead and Mugman triumph over the devil. They burn the soul contracts. And they give the news to everybody in town. So we can see Calla Maria, Sally's stage play, and Baroness von Bonbon there in the background or foreground. And everybody lived happily ever after, at least until the DLC comes out. However, that story is going to, however that's gonna go. However that's gonna go, but whatever. That's the end of Cuphead. So, as for my final thoughts on Cuphead, I think that Cuphead is certainly a very challenging game. It is very difficult, and many times it can be very frustrating. I know that I was frustrated earlier when I was trying to beat the devil, but at the same time, Cuphead is also very satisfying. Just finishing the game, seeing the knockout screen after you go through a boss that's very difficult, even when you go through the boss many times, it still is a very satisfying experience. Not to mention the amazing animation and the amazing score, the very unique style that Cuphead has. I would say that Cuphead, it's not a game necessarily for everybody, of course, but I think that if you do think that this game is going to be interesting for you, it's well worth your time. I do think that Cuphead is a very good game, and I myself personally love Cuphead. I think it's pretty good. Anyway, that's gonna be it for my Cuphead playthrough. Hopefully I can make a new video, like just a normal video where I just talk about cartoons and like other stuff. Hopefully I have the mood to do that. Anyway, I hope to see you guys in my later videos. Bye. See you later. Peace, guys. I'm Moza the Best.
That's all there is? There isn't anymore. Or is there?